Hey guys, I'm gonna say this is probably gonna be the last video. Woo-hoo-hoo! That burns! That hurts! I am actually headed to a new coffee shop. I am meeting a friend of mine for coffee. We just got a Phil's out here, so we're gonna be trying out Phil's for the first time, and I'm actually pretty excited about it because I'm looking for a coffee shop that's not Starbucks. So that'll be fun. But I think the overarching theme of this video is going to be about everything I learned this year. And I learned a lot. I learned so much. I took some big hits this year. I also had some really big wins this year. And all of it taught me so much. So I want to talk about, throughout this vlog, some of the different things that I have learned, because I think if it was helpful for me, then it's going to be really helpful for you. I need some sunglasses. Let me see. I don't really wear beanies a lot for obvious reasons, because my curly hair, I feel like personally, is not long enough for a beanie. But when my hair is straight, then it's perfect. So like I'm kind of torn on if sunglasses look good with the beanie. We're gonna see. All right, let's see how this look. These are my Christian Dior sunnies, for those of you who do not remember when I got them. You know, they all right. They cool with this. It'll get the job done. Okay, so lesson number one that I have learned this year is, if you remain comfortable, you will never grow. That sounds so cliche. However, this year I got a really good example of what that means, because this entire year I was extremely uncomfortable. I grew the most this year. I have to say, up to this point, when I look back over my life, you know how you have those years that you're like are pivotal years in your life, and you just remember so many things happening that year that kind of changed the trajectory of your life and how you viewed things and how you moved? This was one of those years for me. It really came from being extremely uncomfortable. See, the thing about comfort is, when you are comfortable, you never really look outside of yourself and your environment for something more. I believe that it is discomfort that really makes a person want to change, because if you get uncomfortable enough, like you want to do something that's going to ease the discomfort a little bit. Now, obviously, in easing the discomfort, you become a little bit more comfortable, but I personally believe that there should always be an area of your life that you are constantly growing in, and that area may change year to year. But if you are just completely comfortable all the way around, then I don't really believe that that is sustainable or healthy for you in the long term. We can have periods or seasons of comfort. So if you are comfortable and you remain in this space of just comfort, you will also remain the same. And I think a fear of mine is being the same person 10 years from now, in the same position, in the exact same set of circumstances as I am right now, because if I'm not growing, then like, what am I doing? So growing and being okay with being uncomfortable, welcoming discomfort, and just the desire to grow and be a different, more evolved version of myself, a better person, that is really what life should be about from now until the day that God calls you home, honestly. So that's like one big lesson I learned this year. I am going to get coffee with my friend. We'll go throughout, I have like the next several days off, and because I'm not doing like Vlogmas anymore, well, I mean, I guess call this Vlogmas, but this is my last video of the year, and I have like the next 5 days off. So I'm gonna be vlogging over the next 5 days, and we will be talking about my lessons over those next 5 days. So today we are going to get coffee, and I'm going to show you what I get in case you've never been to a Phil's, and I will give you the Keith Lee review. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Skin is strong enough. Hold on a little bit closer, babe. Let's see if I can warm you up. Oh, babe, snuggle, baby. Oh, babe, snuggle, baby. Oh, babe, snuggle, baby.
Been a minute, but I'm in the store. It's like literally the end of the night, and just doing a little shopping because I want to make a little mini charcuterie board to drink some wine with my husband. And I need to also get gift bags because I don't want to wrap anything. So I don't feel like we have the most options here. However, I don't know, I might actually end up wrapping some stuff. Actually, let me get some tape. That's the one thing he told me to definitely not forget is tape. So let me go get some tape. But I will chat with you guys a little bit later. I'm just like finishing up the last minute things because it's like the day before Christmas Eve. And if I can help it, I want to go out tomorrow. So yeah, that's the update.
I found love, the real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me that you want me. There's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. Take your time, magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing.
You're really looking perplexed. Everybody looks so confused.
You gotta cut the. Can you follow the directions and open the thing for us?
Yes. You are. Why are you trying to act like you're not trying to get a picture?
So can I do a video?
Yes. Go ahead. Tell us about
Is it
your
a video or
house.
is this a picture?
This is a video. Tell us about your house.
Oh, sorry. All right. So I started from the bottom. Now we're here. All right. So look, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew it was me, Lonnie D. You see what I'm saying? I got the cross on there. I got like just a lot of detail, wintry detail. You know, love. Got a heart with love, and then a lot of candy around the area, just so for the little kitties to come just grab a candy and say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got CPT on here.
Where?
You know, CPT, see, CPT.
What does that stand for?
Compton. You know what I'm saying? Compton. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got that. All these little jellies and stuff and little gels. And I'm not gonna lie, this bad boy is tasty. See what I'm saying?
You gotta take a bite. Take a bite. Take a bite out of your roof.
That bad boy is smacking. You feel me? So yeah, I'm not taking a bite out the roof. But yeah, appreciate it. I'm the winner. Look at all these little things. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you're the winner.
I'm the winner. Winner chicken dinner.
I don't think you're the winner. Y'all think he's the winner? I mean,
winner.
it's nice, but...
I mean, I got all levels. You know what I'm saying? I got the ground level covered. I got each wall covered. This is bare. Look at the back of this. It's bare. There's nothing there. Bare, nothing there. That's a bar. Okay? So then...
Hers is good, though. She's all the way around.
It's all the way around. It's festive, you know what I'm saying? Blow from second place, probably. You know what I'm saying? I like it, though. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Got the little orange nose looking like a beak, somewhat like a carrot nose, something like Frosty. Other than
I'm gonna knock yours out your hand.
You better not, please don't.
Say bye. We're done. We're done talking about your house.
My house is the greatest house ever. Lonnie D. CPT. From now on, call me Ginger Daddy. Look what you can do.
What'd you get?
Lenses.
Are you gonna? No, that's a memory card. Turn it around.
Yes.
Got a little camera. Why did you want a camera?
Because I wanted to vlog.
You wanted to vlog? Are you gonna vlog all day today?
Yes. Wait, can
Yeah, open it. Pull this up. You gotta be really careful with this.
This is
Okay. The camera's in here. Yeah, I got you more so you don't run out of memory. Probably the charger. But this is the camera. Yeah.
Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly
And the screen flips out.
silent night.
It's not a kid's camera, it's a real camera.
Holy night.
No, that's where you put
Shepherds quake at the
Put it right here.
sight.
with the battery.
Glory
Yeah, you could put a tripod right here.
stream from heaven afar.
And the battery.
Heavenly
So the battery's in here.
hosts singing
We gotta start charging it so we turn
hallelujah. Christ the
Oh, and it comes with an extra battery. It's better than my camera. And here's the cover for
Christ the
the. Yeah, leave it on for now until we start using it. Even though you got all your presents, what is Christmas about? What about God?
His birthday.
Who we celebrate for Christmas?
Jesus.
Exactly. We celebrate Jesus, not gifts, right? Right? Yeah. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Are we gonna sing another song?
No.
This is her microphone that we got, but I think I'm gonna use it more than her.
No.
The first Noel, the angels did.
I don't know that song.
What song do you know?
Jingle bells, deck the halls.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
La 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 la.
Merry Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Thank you. I can't believe I got actual camera.
You love your gifts? Do you like them?
Yes. I don't like them. I love them.
What's this? You gonna decorate your water bottle?
Yeah, right now. Oh, I
These
thought
are
it was
cool.
all pink. I
No,
thought it was-
it's like just the top. That's why I got it, because I knew it wasn't like...
Oh, there's a lot.
I think you should fill the whole thing up so it looks like really jeweled.
Thank you.
Okay. You did not do that. This is my Christmas look. I did a half up, half down with my hair. This is the Lacoste sweater that I bought at Marshall's. Sheer text tights. I have like shorts on underneath. And then my patent thigh-high boots from Schutz, Chanel tote, because it matches the shoes. And that is the look. We are off to see the family. So yeah, catch you guys later. Good morning. It is the day after Christmas. Actually, why am I saying good morning? It's actually afternoon and I have to run some errands. I need to pack Christmas away. And then I need to pick up a few things. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me and we're gonna talk about some more of my lessons that I have learned this year. So I'm about to finish getting completely ready, but I wanted to show you this. This watch is so beautiful. The brand Lola Rose sent it to me. Let me actually show it to you this way. And the box is so luxurious and high quality. The bottom drawer has the tools you need to be able to adjust the watch, but it actually fits me perfectly. And then here's the watch. Hold on, I want to show it to you, but I want to take off the protective wrapping. Okay, I had to come in here so you could see it close, but this is the watch. It's two-tone, absolutely beautiful. I really love it. And now I'm going to show you guys the rest of my outfit and then we're going to get out of here. This is the complete look. I have on my True Religions, my Reebok Margielas. I'm carrying my Chanel tote, the leather jacket that I cropped, and yeah, this is the look. Very comfortable because I'm going to be running a lot of errands today and I just want to be comfortable. But I actually might stop by Alfred's and try a different coffee to see if I can find my favorite drink there. So yes, this is the look. Azzy, you look so cute. Pose.
No.
For the camera. Okay, just dropped the car off to be washed thoroughly inside and out. My leather seats are white and so filthy. So they need a good wash. So my husband's staying back with the car and I am headed to the Goodwill to kill some time. And also we're looking for a chest for my daughter's room to hold her toys. So that's really the main reason I'm going in here. But you know, I may allow myself to get a little sidetracked since I haven't like gone looking for thrifting in a while. So into the Goodwill we go.
Yeah. What's the worst case scenario? Plan out in your head how it's all gonna go. So you think you got it covered, but there's always something new that you discover you've not thought about. You can never figure out every possible outcome, and you're so scared you'll get it wrong. Have a good time but a worry after. Petrified, will they think I'm awkward? When your brain's wired for disaster, even good things leave a bitter taste. Try to calm down, thoughts spinning faster. Terrified, hide it with laughter. When your brain's wired for disaster, even good things leave a bitter taste. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste. Something unexpected happens, you can't let it go. Caught up in your own distractions, you already know that you're gonna think about this for a while. While you try not to lose your mind, not to believe the lies that you tell yourself, that you tell yourself. Have a good time but a worry after. Petrified, will they think I'm awkward? When your brain's wired for disaster, even good things leave a bitter taste. Try to calm down, thoughts spinning faster. Terrified, hide it with laughter. When your brain's wired for disaster, even good things leave a bitter taste. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste. Worry won't change the outcome, but I've been doing this for so long. My brain keeps signaling danger, although I know that I'll be just fine. Worry won't change the outcome, but I've been doing this for so long. My brain keeps signaling danger, although I know that I'll be just fine. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste, yeah. Even good things leave a bitter taste. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thought that I'd be healing now. I didn't think I'd have to feel this now. I thought I would've moved on, but somehow the feeling's still strong. Like I'll be on my way out, thinking that I'm good, right? Suddenly you pass by, now you're stuck on my mind, thinking I was done now. But I guess I'll never be tired of you, of you, of you. Know that I'ma ignore you all night, all night. Know that I'ma decline your calls, right, but I know that when I get home I'll check in my phone to see what you want, see what you wrote, cause I wanna know, I wanna know. Yeah, I'll be on my way out, thinking that I'm good, right? Suddenly you pass by, now you're stuck on my mind, thinking I was done now. But I guess I'll never be tired of you, of you, of you. So tell me why I get this feeling now, or tell me why I get this feeling now. Been a couple years that I'll be healing now. Been a couple years, thought that I'll be healing suddenly you pass by. Now you're stuck on my mind, thinking how it's done now. But I guess I'll never be tired of you, of you, of you, of you. Put it out with water, but now you're drowning. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better than that. And you should know better. You should know better. You should know better than that. You're telling me I should go places. You're telling me that I'm too lazy. You are the one that is going crazy. Yeah. Cause you can't even hold your own, but you always know what's wrong with everyone else. How is that? You gonna have to call your friends, tell them that you're gonna be late, cause I'ma need you to explain. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. There's been a whole lot of trying, whole lot of crying, whole lot of telling me I should be dying or be like you, but I don't wanna be like you. Cause I could do better. I could do better. I could do better than that.
So it seemed like today was an accessories day for me. I got the green and the purple shoes, the bag, and then these look very similar to, I think it's a Prada shoe that is out. And I have one other style of shoe like this that is Chanel, and I love them, but having this color for the spring, summer, and even I would wear it now, to be honest, it's gonna be really handy. But walking back over, I don't even know if the car is done yet, but after this, let me see, what are we going to do? I don't know. Stay tuned. Okay, car's clean, back in the car, duh, obviously. We're trying to figure out where we're gonna go. I just want to stop and have like a cocktail and an appetizer.
I brought my microphone.
Yeah, we know. But yeah, so we're kind of like brainstorming that. But while we do that, I will go into the second thing that I learned in 2023. Oh, should I use this?
Yes.
Okay, the second thing that I learned in 2023 was this. When you feel like you're on shaky ground, it might be time to look at and possibly rebuild your foundation. And I say that because there are times where things can work for you for a while, but when things start to become a little bit inconsistent, chances are that's a sign that there's something that you need to change, and it might have something more to do with your foundation than you think. So for me, one of those things which you guys saw me talking about a lot was my foundation, as far as like how much I like to shop and what I wanted to do with my time, the reasons why I was shopping, and like all of that was to fill a void that directly had to do with my foundation. And so the second that I started to correct those issues and kind of like see where the foundation had a little bit of like a little bit of cracks in it. That's not how I want to say that. That's like very improper grammar, but I can't think of like the exact way I want to structure that sentence. But when I looked at my foundation and saw where there were cracks, it's a better way to say it, I started to realize that there were certain things about myself that I actually needed to work on in order to reestablish a solid and firm foundation. A lot of it had to do with my faith. A lot of it had to do with areas where I was like unhappy and just trying to put in the effort and the work to correct those things. You know, some of it had to do with the way that I was thinking, my perspective, like all of those things had to do with my foundation. And whether you realize it or not, your foundation affects so much more in your life than you could possibly imagine, because so many of our behaviors and things that we do stem from things that happened even like years ago, things that happened when we were a child, things that happened when we were teenagers, and it just kind of like shaped and formed how you view things. So for me, looking at my foundation and making sure that it was structurally sound and solid and firm was something I learned that is very necessary for you to do. If not, at least every quarter, just doing a little foundational check, or, you know, once every 6 months, you definitely have to do it at least once a year to make sure things are solid. Because if you let your foundation go unchecked for too long, then the amount of work that you have to put in to correct it becomes more. So if you find that you're feeling uncertain and you feel like you're on shaky ground, check your foundation, see where the cracks are, and fix them. Okay, now we're gonna go, like, for real, figure out where to have appetizers and a cocktail. We'll get back to more of my lessons from 2023. Good morning. It is the next day and it's very early. Very early for me. It's before 10 a.m. okay? She just got done with a dentist appointment, no cavities, and she got a toy. And this is like my last day off before I have to go to work tomorrow. So I need to finish up the last of my errands. This is what we have on the agenda today. I need to go get more flowers for my arrangements because I need to, all the Christmas flowers died. The only ones that did not die were the baby's breath. They lasted so long. And actually I love to have the baby's breath and dry them out and still like use them. So I'll collect all the baby's breath from all the different like little bouquets that I had and put it like all in one. And then I'm gonna get some flowers to kind of like replace, and we'll put together another arrangement. And then I need to get a plastic bin to pack away Christmas because I have extra decor this year, so I need another bin to be able to store everything. I need to take all the ornaments off the tree. I don't know if I'm gonna do that today, but I'm definitely going to try to like put away as much as I can. I really need to sweep and mop my floors. Hopefully I can get that done today. I'm not vlogging any of that because I'm telling you, it's boring. But that is the agenda. So, and I also need to stop at Target. So, Target, babes. Target.
It's confusing.
So I need to stop at Target. And I don't really know what I need. I'm going to let Target tell me what I need. No, I'm just playing. That is not smart. But that is the plan so far. And because I'm up and out so early, I feel like I have a real shot at accomplishing my to-do list today. So let's head to Target. No, we gotta go to Trader Joe's first because Trader Joe's is closer. Jack in the Box is right by Trader Joe's. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get her some breakfast from Jack in the Box, go to Trader Joe's, then go to Target, and then
go to the thrift store.
No, we're not going to the thrift store. I know, but we're not going to the thrift store. I do have a couple thrift flips that I want to work on though. So what I might do is actually, I ran out of black thread also. So I think what I need to do also is go to the craft store so I can get some more thread.
Then I can get some more stuff from the craft.
No, you have a lot of craft stuff right now. You don't need any more.
Okay, I'll agree with you on that. Does that say gymnastics?
Yes. So yeah, that's the plan. See see how much of it I get done today. My bet's on all of it. Let me bet on myself for once.
I need to step back. Constantly online, causing me setbacks.
Let's do a combination.
Every day see so many people doing the things you do, and they're doing it better too. Whoa, whoa. It's like, why should I even try when there's always some other guy who's way ahead of you, but makes it look easy? Why would they need me? Oh, I hear it now. I'm just being needy. I try not to envy you, to get angry you do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence, but you always do it better than me. I just wanna be loved like you. I just wanna miss me too. Just wanna be the one.
Alright, so this is this week's selection. We'll put this together when we get home, but look at how pretty that is. This is actually very much saying ending of fall, start of spring almost, so I love it. Yeah, I really said ending of fall, beginning of spring, like winter is not a factor, but the thing is, in California, winter really is not a factor, but it's actually technically winter now, but winter to spring, I feel like. Okay, now I just need to be able to get out of this parking lot
and get me something to eat.
because it's so crowded. We're actually about to get a Trader Joe's closer to where I live, and it's gonna be like a little bit of a bigger location, which I love, but I don't know how long that's gonna take to build, so very excited though. Hope that's soon. Okay, so we're gonna go get her Jack in the Box, and then next, Target. I cannot believe they already have like all the Valentine's Day stuff out. Like, we barely just got out of Christmas. These are cute. I really like these. I like these a lot. They're only $5. This is such a good deal. I want a ninja. I'm gonna call my husband and see if he'll let me get one. Is there?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
That's that one. Okay, I was gonna get this one, but this is not big enough. So I think I'm gonna get this one right here, because that should be able to fit the new garland and all of the little trees and decor. So we're gonna go with that. And then I just asked my husband if I can get the blender, because that's such a good deal. So we'll see. I can get the blender. Okay, so that's cool. Also, I'm kind of looking for something like this to go under my coffee table to hold one of my blankets, but I want to thrift it because I just feel like I'll be able to get a way better deal. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm done. I need to get out of here right now. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite body wash of all time right now that you can get in Target. I've been using it for a while now, and when I first found it, I tried to show you guys and I just could not find the clip. So I'm gonna show you two different ones. The first is, of course, this is my favorite of all time. Saltaire. Now, if you know what Ed Hardy Villain smells like, this smells like that, and that's my favorite fragrance of all time, but it's been discontinued, so it's very hard for me to find. Another one, if you like Jo Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt, then this one you will love. This smells so good. Another one, if you also like Jo Malone wood sage and sea salt. It doesn't smell like it, but it is so good. Do they not have it? I don't see it. It's by Native, but I don't see the scent that I got. But yeah, they all smell super fresh, so highly recommend. I can't find it, but the one by Native is called like Cashmere and Rain. It smells so good. So yeah, those are my favorites. And I actually just recently went on the Saltaire website because they actually have this in the body lotion, which I love. And then they have lip glosses, which I also bought. I bought one for me, one for my daughter. So good. So I think I'm gonna get another one of these body washes though. Oh, the Saltaire is on sale. I'll get another one. Let's see which new scent I want to try. Hold on. Let's see. Where can I set you up? Right here. Let's try Santo
Solitaire.
Bloom.
That's also a game. Solitaire.
That one smells good. Let's see. Black Tide. Oh, I love that one. Oh, I want to get this one. Okay. Let's smell Seascape. That one also smells really good. I feel like when I move and I have my guest bathroom, I'm gonna have like a selection of 3 of these in there for guests when they come and stay the night. Exotic Pulp. Ooh, that one smells good too. And then I've never smelled this one before, Pink Beach. Let's see. Okay. Sorry.
Very good.
Favorites: Black Tide, Lush Greens, and Exotic Pulp. A1. All right, we are all done. And we have the blender at the bottom. We're back home. I'm about to take out the blender. I'm so excited. And then I'm gonna do my power clean. But yeah, give me one. Oh, and look, Chris, for individuals. This is perfect. I have been wanting a Ninja for a long time. I just did not want to pay for it. So I'm so happy that it was on sale. Like, that's an amazing deal. It's an amazing deal. Who is that? Is that Stash?
It's Tink. She's trying to buy the flowers.
Tinkerbell. Oh, shit. Ah! Give me a tissue. Give me a tissue.
We have.
Ah, that is not good.
Is it bad?
Pretty bad.
You made it seem like it cut your whole toe open.
It did.
Your toe is not
That
dang.
is like so bad.
Mom, that's
I
a
hope I
little
don't
cut.
need stitches.
You're not. That's a little cut. That's not. You don't need stitches. You're overreacting. Okay, there's blood.
Get me a.
It's a blade.
Get me a It needs to be washed now. Get me a another tissue so I can get the blood off the floor. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my DNA is all over the floor. I need a Band-Aid. Can you give me a Band-Aid?
We don't have any.
We do. Look in the hallway drawer. Okay, definitely have to wash that. Okay, so the blade dropped out of this and hit my toe. It's not pretty. Luckily, I don't think I need stitches, but now the blade definitely needs to be washed because I was dripping blood all over the floor. So that's great. That's so bad. Oh my gosh. Anyway, All right, let's see if I can get through the rest of this. So, blender. Try not to drop any more pieces. What's this? Okay, here's the big piece. So we're going to... Tinkerbell, you're the reason I came over here. Stop it. Okay, we're gonna put this right here. Oh, wait, hold on. It has suction cups. Okay. That's handy. So it also has like a little food processor. I think I'll put this up top just to make sure we don't lose that. And I think that's it. So all the rest of the trash. I really need to have my husband get some Band-Aids on his way home because there's no way this little Band-Aid's gonna do it for me. Dang it, I really had plans to wear open-toe shoes soon. Okay. Then it has this little top. I like that. Look, Chris. So it has this. Wait, does this go in here? I think it does. Oh yeah, so look. You can drink it directly from here. Think that's handy? Okay, so do I just take, oh, the blade goes in. This is just a mess. Okay. Wash this blade of my blood. What the hell? How did I just cut myself again? This is not a safe blender. Damn it. Okay. This is bad. This is bad.
Stop touching stuff.
Okay. We're gonna have to come back when I know how to act. Hi. Okay, it's just now starting to bleed again. So we're gonna do some of the antiseptic. And then I got these because this is actually where the cut is on my foot. Not that I have corns, but to be able to like put this over it to keep the Band-Aid in place, I feel like would be handy. And then I got Band-Aids and little alcohol swabs. So I need to at least do my thumb right now because it's starting to bleed. Oh my gosh, if you guys don't already have that blender, then you might not know. If you have it, maybe you're smarter than me. But that thing is so freaking sharp. Like even washing it, I'm like, I was telling my son that I'm gonna want him to, oh, this has alcohol already in it. I thought they were just like little cotton swabs. Okay. Nevertheless. It doesn't burn, but it's like waiting for the inevitable sting. Let's do the spray some of this on it. This is actually supposed to, it says pain relief. Okay. But yes, if you have that or you get it or you're considering it, be careful. This was definitely not in my bingo card for today. I'm just hoping like this doesn't slow me down because I have some stuff I need to do today. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Dang. I'm gonna cover up my French tip. Oh, I never even showed you guys my nails, but no time like the present. This is them. Got the same thing on my toes. All right, let me see if I could just put this one on my toe real quick. Just make it easier to walk, because I don't know what character this is. Let me show you. This, ooh, yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, my toes are cute at least. Let me try to clean this up. I guess right now we can also talk about some more lessons I learned for 2023. Third one being, be careful with sharp objects. No, I'm just playing, but I'm going, this looks so bad. Ooh. Woo-hoo-hoo! That burns! That hurts! Okay, hold on. Pain relief. Oh my gosh! This is so bad! Oh my gosh! Can't do it. Okay, we need a bigger band-aid. Hold on, what do we have here? This definitely is not big enough. Oh my Lord. Oh, this is no joke. This is no joke. Okay. Come on. You can do this, Jillian. You can do this. I want to show you what this looks like, but it just looks so grotesque. Okay. Okay. Put the little jacket on it. Eventually, I'm gonna have to let that get some air, but wow. Just like injured myself so completely. Okay. Back to today. It is much, much, much better to be happy than it is to be right. And this is not something I ever thought that I would say, but there comes a point when you really have to ask yourself, why is it that you want to be right so bad? And when I had that conversation with myself, I realized it wasn't even for the good of the person who I was trying to be right with. It was more for my ego, more for my pride. Like, sometimes you're going to come across people and you're going to have situations where it's not really that important to be right. Everybody has a different perspective. Everybody is coming from a different place. And some things are just not so black and white. And the best example that I could give you is there is this scripture in the Bible. And it basically talks about, I'm summarizing, and I may or may not put it on the screen. It depends on if I remember when I'm editing. But it basically talks about our choices that we make and our own personal convictions. And the example that it gives is eating meat versus not eating meat. And basically every person makes a choice to do what they're going to do based on what they feel is pleasing to God. And that's actually more important than whether you view what they're doing as correct or not. Because at the end of the day, you can make your judgment if you want to, but you're going to be accountable to God for your judgments that you make. And on top of that, God knows where their heart is and what they feel in their heart when they're doing what they're doing. And it's up to God, their Father, to decide whether or not he agrees, whether or not he forgives them for that or not. It's not really up to you. right? And so I say that to say, when it comes to being right versus being happy, sometimes we make the mistake of, you know, telling people that they're wrong because we don't agree or because we wouldn't do that, when really the reason that they're doing whatever it is that they're doing is because they honestly feel like they're doing the right thing, or it is the right way to think, or it is the right choice to make, or whatever, etc. There comes a point where you have to agree to have a difference of opinion without letting it cause conflict and letting it cause issues, because at the end of the day, when you really love somebody, you just want them to be happy, you know? And so this is like really good even when it comes to relationships. Like even with my husband, like there are times where I have my own personal convictions and feelings about what I think should happen about certain things. But at the end of the day, I want to be happy more than I want to be right. So I'm not going to let an argument go on longer than it needs to go on just because I'm so bent on being right, you know? So that's one of the things that I've learned, even down to my kids, down to friendships, down to everything. If that person has a conviction about what they're doing and they feel like what they're really doing is the right thing, who am I to get mad? You know, if they really feel like what they're doing is right, then I have to also understand that they're not doing it to hurt me, even if it may look like they are. I would say if you're in situations like this, or you find yourself in a situation where you're having a disagreement with somebody and their conviction is really that they're doing the right thing, the best way to get past it is to understand if they really feel like they're doing the right thing, then they're not trying to hurt you on purpose. They're not trying to do something to you. And it's better to just agree to disagree and be happy than it is for you to try to be right, because you can completely ruin a relationship that is supposed to be in your life just because you want to be right. So that is definitely a big lesson for me this year. Being wrong builds character. There are so many people who move in fear because they are so afraid of being wrong. There's so many people who like to do so many things in secret because they don't want people to witness them making a mistake. And the thing is, we are all human. We are all human. So no matter what, we are going to make mistakes. And although it can be very uncomfortable for other people to watch you making a mistake, or watch you, you know, making a bad decision, or going down a wrong path, or doing something that maybe later on you'll come to the fact that maybe it wasn't the best thing to do. Like, that's all a part of life. And if you live your life trying to hide your mistakes from everybody around you because you have a shame and a pride about being wrong, you're never going to grow and you're never going to build character, because some things you don't even really know that you're doing the wrong thing unless somebody comes along and tells you. Nobody knows everything. And there are certain people who are placed in your life to help guide you along the way. And sometimes with that guidance comes correction. And I really feel like I have had some amazing people in my life this year who have helped me when it comes to correction. And I definitely am one of those people where I don't, especially this year, I don't need to be right all the time. I don't need to be right most of the time. To be honest, I would rather get all of my wrongs out the way so that I can grow, because the more mistakes you make, the more you grow. And if you're so busy moving in a way where you're just like trying to prevent making a mistake, there's no way you're going to learn what you need to learn to get to the next stage of your life. So I think it's really important to honor your mistakes, make your mistakes, but here's the biggest piece of it: be accountable for the fact that you made a mistake. You know, I think that, like I said, we're human and mistakes are inevitable, but what really builds character is learning from your mistakes and taking accountability for your mistakes, admitting your mistakes, admitting your wrongs. And so this year, it's been one of those learning years for me where I can definitely say that I have I've apologized more this year than I think I've ever apologized in my life. Like, I'm so quick to hand out sorries and hand out forgiveness because I want to be forgiven. There's going to be a point. It could be later in the day. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. It could be a month from now. It could be a year from now. But I'm always going to need forgiveness from somebody because I'm not perfect. I'm going to hurt someone's feelings. I'm going to make a mistake. I might not make the best decisions. I might not have the best judgment. I might not see things the correct way. Like, it's inevitable that I'm going to need the forgiveness of somebody continually for the rest of my life. We are always going to need to apologize. We're always going to need to say sorry. We're always going to need forgiveness. That's just how this life works. And if you want God to give you grace and you want God to give you forgiveness, then you cannot hold your forgiveness back from others. And I read this book this year that really gave me a great perspective on just even being offended. Like, you would be amazed the things that are attached to being offended that you would never even think of. And so I try so hard to watch how I react when I'm offended and to just even acknowledge and be self-aware when I'm offended and ask myself why, you know? Because like I said, I think the majority of people in this world are good. And I don't think that people mean to walk around just hurting and harming others. And so once you have that understanding, then I think it's a lot easier to be a little bit more forgiving and have grace, because everybody is just doing the best that they can. Nobody, unless they're malicious, tries to hurt somebody on purpose. And I'm telling you, like, I'll get to that in my next lesson because I do want to actually touch on that. But just remember, mistakes are normal. It's okay to make a mistake. And actually, the more you make mistakes, the more you grow, the more you learn, the better you are. Mistakes make you better. They don't make you worse. I promise. And this is a big one. Do not try to take revenge on anybody. Okay? I went through a phase where I was very vengeful. Okay? Very vengeful. I dealt with a lot of rage, and I felt like nobody's gonna bully me because I dealt with bullying severely when I was younger. And so from having to deal with bullying, I became somebody who was like, I would like use my words. I would become enraged. I was real quick to check something, or I was petty, and I would get back. Like, oh, that's what we're doing? Oh, I got you. I'm gonna get you back. Like, I was very vengeful, and that is the worst way to be. And I'm telling you, like, I was a full-blown God-loving Christian and very vengeful, to the point where I would sit there and calculate what I thought my punishment from God would be if I did this. Like, I always knew that you reap what you sow, but I was so calculated that I would try to measure my consequences and then decide if I felt like the consequences were worth it or not, you know? And that's terrible. Do not be like me. Be better than me. But because I was that way, I can tell you that I learned a lot. And I just think that when you deal with rage and you deal with anger and you're vengeful, what you're saying is you don't trust God. You don't trust God to avenge you. You don't trust God to bring repentance to the people who hurt you. It just really is an overlying lack of trust. And so I started to realize that every time I was vengeful, every time I became enraged and angry and acted on that, I was trying to do God's job for him. And we don't want to do that, you know? It's just not good. Trust me. Take it from me. Don't figure it out on your own. Being vengeful is not worth it. And so now it's like I sleep so much better at night because I know that I'm not worried, concerned, or thinking about how to get back at somebody. It's just one of those things where I went through that phase of my life. I've learned my lessons, and it's just not even worth it to me. So if you don't hear anything that I say in this video, if you don't take any other lesson in, take this one in, because I feel like social media is so full of petty, vengeful behavior. Taking revenge will make consequences 10 times worse for you, because whereas you could have trusted God to handle it for you and you would go on in life to be prosperous and, you know, like just have the best, when you don't forgive and you're vengeful, you literally shut a door to every single blessing and every single thing that God wants to do for you. Watch that vengeful nature, watch that desire to be petty online, to post subliminally, because people love to do that. I used to be the one, okay? Like, I used to keep a collection, a folder of petty posts for future reference. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not worth it. And it's not, it makes your spirit ugly. You know what I'm saying? So let God deal with anybody who has done you wrong, because I promise you, nobody gets away with anything, okay? Nobody gets away with anything. I know it looks like it, but like, let's just take Puff Daddy, for example. Y'all see everything that's going on with Puff Daddy right now, and Cassie and the whole thing. It looked like he was getting away with it for a very long time, but that empire is crumbling, okay? Everything that he did to build himself up to where he is crumbling and falling out from under him as we speak. Doesn't matter if it looks like they're getting away with it. Anybody who means you harm, anybody who is malicious, anybody who tries to do anything to you to tear you down or make you feel horrible or damage your life or affect your life in any way, I promise you, they're not getting away with it. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. He said it for a reason. Don't make him repeat himself. Okay? So that's definitely another huge lesson that I learned really last year. At the end of last year, that's when I really started like understanding the way that one thing affects the next, the domino effect. And so this is one of those dominoes that I had to like realize, because it was blocking certain things that I wanted. I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. There are so many people who are wondering what their purpose is. They're wondering what they should be doing, and they feel lost. The amount of people that I see online who are feeling restless or anxious, and they just don't know what to do or why they feel so unsettled. If you feel yourself anxious and unsettled and like worried, or you feel like you don't know if you're doing the right thing, or you don't know what choice to make. When God told me this, I never forgot it. Let me say it again. If you have a foundation that is rooted and built on love, only then will your steps be ordered by the Lord. So when you ask yourself, is love the reason behind the things that I'm doing? How can I serve others? How is this going to benefit somebody else? How is this going to be helpful? Then your path is going to be straight. You're going to see exactly what it is that you need to do, because anything that does not serve the purpose of love, you're going to immediately know to disregard it. Anything that serves the purpose of your own ego and your own pride and things that you're doing just for you to feel good about you, you're going to immediately disregard it, because I'm sorry, like, yes, we have to have confidence in ourselves, and we have to have a knowing of who God says we are. But that knowing does not mean that we need to stroke our own ego. Like that knowing has nothing to do with the pride and the arrogance and the ego of who you are. That knowing is so that you can know exactly what it is that you can and should do for others. And so there's a reason why God wants us to live a life of service, because it's so crazy. The more you serve others, the more prosperity you have. And it's like, now that I see it, it's such a simple law, such a simple spiritual concept, but it's like one of the hardest ones, I feel like, for people to get, because the world that we live in right now is such a dog-eat-dog world. It's like everybody is just cutting everybody else down to try to get to the top. And it's like the people who we see that are at the top are not even happy. Like the amount of sacrifice and the crazy things, that's the word I'm going to use, the crazy, unethical, demonic things that people have done to get to the top. And now they're at the top and they're tormented. There is this scripture that I can't think of the exact verbiage right now, but when things come from God, there's no stress or guilt behind it. There is no sorrow or worry attached to it. Anything that brings sorrow, worry, anxiety, stress, guilt, like all of those things, if they're attached to what you view as prosperity, then that's not from God, because God is not going to give you something that is going to take away your joy. Like, he's not going to bless you with a house just to steal your joy with it. He's not going to bless you with like finances and prosperity just to steal your joy and your happiness with it. No. Like, I feel like God blesses those who he can trust to bless others. And I was talking to my sister about this because we were looking at some of the just different blessings that we had experienced and how they were attached to each other. And it was like, I had a blessing, like I got a blessing, and then I passed that blessing on, and then that person got the blessing that I passed on, but then they passed that blessing on. And it's kind of a really good example of how God used the fish to feed the 5,000, or how a blessing can be multiplied to help so many different people. And I guess a really good example would be when you're in the Starbucks line. Me and my friend Summer were actually just talking about this. Let's say you're in the Starbucks line and you have the person in front of you pay for your drink. That person just blessed you. Now, are you going to hold that blessing and be selfish and take your drink and say thank you and keep going? Or are you going to pass it back to the person behind you? And it's like that same amount of money just gets passed back and blesses so many different people, but it's not even requiring more. It doesn't make sense. Like, that's so crazy to me. Let's say your drink is $5, right? And because you're blessed and you have a little bit extra, the person behind you, their drink is $5. Let's just say everybody's drink was $5. So because I have 10, I'm going to use my extra 5 to pay for the person behind me. And then that person who was going to pay 5 just says, you know what? I'm going to take my 5, pay for the person behind me. It's like that $5, as long as everybody passes it back, that $5 could sustain the entire line of people for that day, off of just one person giving $5. When it comes to wanting God to bless you and wanting to have prosperity, you have to learn to pay it forward. Because what is the point of being blessed when you're selfish? If you find yourself, I guess that's multiple lessons in one, isn't it? Pay it forward and make sure that everything that you're doing is rooted in love. And when you pay it forward and your decisions are rooted in love, all of the fogginess behind what you should do next and the uncertainty kind of just disappears because your steps are ordered, you know? So I would say that that's another really big lesson that I have learned this year. And I guess I want to touch on a couple like fashion type lessons, but I was thinking about how we have all of these like trend videos and things like that. And I had to really sit back and think about like, what would be the purpose in promoting, oh, these are the trends for this year. And I would say that those types of videos really promote overconsumption. Because if they're constantly making you think that what you have isn't enough, then you're constantly going to feel like you need more. And I cleaned out my closet. I told you guys how my desire to shop so much just like really left me. Like, that red sweater was the first thing I bought in like a minute. I also had some like gray Jeffrey Campbell boots that I ended up buying, and I like bought them and I returned them, and then they ended up going down like $100, and I bought them again and ended up saving the money. But I have not been bringing in as many things as I used to by far, and I just don't even have the desire to, because after packing away a lot of like what was in my closet that I wasn't going to be wearing for the season and focusing on what I do have, there's just so many possibilities, so many different ways for me to create, so many different ways for me to alter and rewear and reimagine the things that I have, that why do I need to go buy more? I really don't need to go buy more just because somebody's saying this is popular. And when you follow that over consumption and that behavioral pattern that's attached to that, you end up looking like everybody else. And I feel like overconsumption robs people of their creativity and their individuality, because everybody wants the same things. Like, I look at certain trends and it's like I go out and I just literally see everybody with it. And it like gets to the point where it's like, do you really, really like that? Or are you just wearing it and have you just convinced yourself that you like it because you were told that you should? And I think if more people focused on their own individuality and their own creativity instead of trying to follow along with what other people, this big industry that is controlled by the media that is fashion, like if more people focused on what actually made them happy in their own creativity, there wouldn't be so much waste, because you would be grateful and you would appreciate everything that you had, and you would just keep wearing it and keep wearing it and keep wearing it. You wouldn't like get over it so fast. And so I just think that that trend cycle is like a beast really that needs to be stopped, because things didn't used to move that fast. And it's just becoming more and more destructive to not only our mentality of the like, oh, I need more, more, more. I told you, like, that's a lustful spirit. But it's like damaging our environment. And then this is like the place that this is the only planet that God created for us to live that we know of, right? So, like, why are we damaging our environment for the sake of what somebody says that we should wear? I don't know. I think that 2024 is going to be a year full of more creativity and individuality for me. It's going to be less about me focusing on trends and what other people are saying I should wear, and more of a focus on what I actually like. And it's always been a focus on what I like. And you guys know that I'm a little bit quirky and a little bit unique and different, but that lustful spirit was attached to it, where I just felt like I need more and more and more and more and more to create, when really I have everything I need to create. I don't really need more. And if I do feel like I want to get something else, like the first thing I need to do is check my closet and make sure that something else can't be reimagined, redesigned, or flipped or whatever, just to create what that thing is that I think that I need. And then also just, and I do this a lot, I'm really not so much about selling my stuff as I am about giving it away. I gave a bunch of stuff to church to be able to donate to other women who need it. But it's like one of those things where I'm really going to be mindful about the reasons why I'm bringing certain things into my closet, and if it's really going to allow me the freedom to create in the way that I desire, and not so much so to be on trend. So it's time to get back to wearing what makes us happy and being individuals, because at the end of the day, when God created us, there is no one person that can do what you were created to do. Only you can do what you were created to do. We all have a perspective, a vision, a purpose, and it just is like, honestly, a trick of the enemy and the devil to make you think that you are not enough and that you need to be like somebody else in order to get ahead, to fulfill a purpose, to be successful, to be any of these things. Like, you are exactly who you need to be to accomplish what you were put here to accomplish. And like, period, point blank, that's it. You don't need to be like anybody else. You just need to be like you. You need to be your most authentic, truest version of yourself. You don't need to take on the traits or behaviors of anybody else. Just be you. So I would say that that is my biggest takeaways. Those are my biggest takeaways for this year. And I'm pretty sure, like, I could literally go on and on and on. Don't minimize yourself for the sake of anybody else's ego. Be who you are, no matter what it costs you. Just so much I've learned this year. And I have to say that I lost really close relationships to me this year. But at the end of it all, even though it sucked at the time, I now look at it and realize exactly why I could not keep those relationships for what God was about to bring me through and for what God was about to show me. There is no way, like, those relationships would have been harmful to me, and God would not have been able to accomplish his purpose had those people stayed in my life in the capacity that they were. And so it's like, I can't even be mad at it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It's the happiest I feel like I have been in a very long time. And it's because I let go of what everybody else wanted me to be. And I focused on who God created me to be. And that was it. So for all of you who have supported my journey this year, who have supported me, who have taken this ride with me, I love you guys deep. I love you guys so much. And I hope that I'm always a source of something positive for you. I never want to feed you junk food. I want you to come away feeling refreshed and feeling hope and feeling joy when you watch me. And so all of next year and from this point forward, my goal is to spread hope and joy, creativity, and to inspire you to be brave. And that's it. Anything else, I don't need. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. And I will see you guys next year.